Hello everyone, this is AD and we'll be talking about runes. Starting off with marks. In mid you usually take armor pen or physical damage if you're playing an AD mid, and if you're playing an AP mid you'll play with either these two, hybrid pen or flat magic pen, and sometimes you would take physical damage if you're against a cast-in, which is pretty good. But let's discuss these two runes first. Magic pen versus hybrid pen. There's some discussion about which is better. I'll show you why hybrid pen is actually better. So you have flat magic pen, which would be 7.8. If you had hybrid pen you would have 5.5 and 8.1 armor pen. So you'd get a 2.3 magic pen reduction, but you gain 8.1 armor pen. So let's just go over the armor pen. How much difference does this actually make? If you look at formula for armor, it's this. But what does that 8 armor pen actually matter? Let's say at level 1 a champion has usually between 20 armor and 23. So let's go with the number 20. So if someone did not have armor, their effective health at level 1, at level 1 they would take 16.6 percentage less damage from one auto attack, and let's say an auto attack at level 1 has 50 damage. So without the hybrid pen you would do 42 true damage, so the damage you see on your screen, it would be 42. But if you had hybrid pen you'd have 8, because you reduced the 20 armor by 8. And there you go. So with every auto attack you would do 3 more damage. But how much is 3 more damage? It's like this. Auto attacking in lane is your general form of harassment, and you usually just auto attack and use a spell afterwards, because that's the most effective way to harass, because you cut off your auto attack animation. And every time you do that, you do 3 more damage with your auto attack, and that actually ramps up, and it actually gets bigger because over level you get more AD, and you'll only lose 2.3 magic pen for that, which is not that big of a difference. You could always just calculate it and you'll definitely see the difference in numbers, and you'll see that the armor pen in general is worth it more if you auto attack a lot in lane. Armor pen versus physical damage. Physical damage is better for the early-ish game, and armor pen would be better for the later game, because that's just how effective health works. Because over time, the 10 AD stays 10 AD, but champions gain health over time, and so the effective health grows over time, because the armor also grows. But say if someone were to have 20 armor and it would stay at 20 armor, but their health would increase with levels, you'd have 10 AD over the whole course of the 10 AD, 9 AD, 9 AD over the course of the whole game, but their effective health pool would actually grow as their health increases, because they keep on having that 20% increasement of effective life, and that just grows with levels. Meanwhile, if you had armor pen, your damage against effective life would get better as the game goes on, and that's why you hear casters say armor pen is better for the later game and physical damage is good for the early game. But then you cannot forget that physical damage actually helps you CSing, so in general you would take physical damage unless you're playing a certain amount of champions. Like Zed would be very good with armor pen if you're going for kills. Let's go to seals. With the new runes, there had been some heavy debate between me and some of my friends. What are the best runes? So here, this is how it goes. Flat health are the best runes for the early game. Armor runes are probably they're about the mid-ish game, but in general, if you want to go for the mid game, you'll take armor per level, or you take health per level. And this is why. With health, well, before the armor rune nerf, armor runes were definitely the best, but right now it's health, because if you had flat health, at level 1 you would have plus 72, and that would be alright, let's just go with the fact that you have 0 armor in the beginning. So in the beginning you would actually have 600 life if you were to have 72 health. If you actually had armor runes, you would have plus 9 armor. So if you were level 1, you have 512. You would have 512 health, and then you times that, and this would be your effective health. As you can see, armor is not as good as flat health, and you need to remember that armor is only against physical damage, so that would be against the auto attack poke. So, conclusion, the early game, health is definitely the best runes you can go with, but they fall off incredibly hard. It's the same story with physical damage versus armor pen, except physical damage does not fall off as hard, because where you take flat armor runes, your health pool increases, so your effective health pool increases even more, and at a certain level, armor definitely outskills health. Let's go to the armor per level and health per level. Armor per level is definitely better if you're against an AD heavy team, and health per level is better in general if you have a mixed damage. I'll show you why. And a fun fact, by the way, at level 6, health per level is the same as a flat health. So remember this. Level 6 is the same as a flat health. So why is scaling health better than armor if you had a mixed team? Well, let's go with scaling health. You get 216 health at max level. If you had max armor, well, armor per level, let's go with the effective health again. So Yasuo would have 430 plus, oh wait, times 18 plus 430, oh whatever. So you would have about 1900 life with just your base health, and if you had armor on top of that, your effective health would be would be 2.5, well 2.4 k, but if you had flat health, you'd have about 2.1. As you can see, if you were to be against physical damage, then armor per level is definitely better, where you have mixed damage and you take AP damage, magic damage, then health per level would definitely be better. As usual, if you have questions, I'll be glad to answer them, so just ask in the comments below. Let's go to glyphs. Magic resist flat. That is, in general, the best runes you can take, or AP per level. So, why would you take flat magic resist? You see almost everyone do flat magic resist, and I can understand that you sometimes don't know why, but you just do it because everyone does it, so it must be good. So, let's go with flat AP versus flat magic resist. You'd get 11 AP versus 12 magic resist. Your magic resist number is already bigger than your AP number that you gain from glyphs. And if we go back to how effective health works, we know that the flat magic resist is way better than 11 AP. And why you would take AP per level, that's when you're against an AD heavy team and you don't need the magic resist, or if you're confident in your ability to dodge AP damage. Say you're against a Nidalee, and Nidalee spears are relatively easy to dodge, but if you do get hit by one and you do not have magic resist, then you'll take some huge damage. Alright, Quints. In general, it's 15 AP from Quints. It's just because these are the best runes for damage in the early game, and in the later game they're pretty good as well. Actually, I don't have AP per level, so I cannot give you the difference. Let's go. So the difference is only 3 AP at max level. So that's why it's generally better to have flat AP, because you would have an 6 AP difference at level 18, and getting to level 18 itself is already it usually is a pretty long game already. So that's why 15 AP is better than scaling AP. And you take movement speed on champions which either don't have that good of AP scaling, or champions that like to roam. Say Katarina, you would take movement speed on because her AP ratio isn't as good. Or Rice, which doesn't get played in mid as much anymore, but it's pretty good on him. And that would conclude runes actually. If you have any questions about certain runes, question me, I'll definitely answer them. Coming up, I'll be doing a guide about warding and trinketing and some fun facts, some that a lot of people actually do not know. So look forward to that.